something related to the topic, that actually is a little bit difficult because they're pulling from a place that they normally don't do. Normally when we're drawing in art class, there's something in front of us, and it might be a technical drawing or an observational drawing, but a memory drawing is asking you to use your memory and recreate something. Kind of works really well with visualizing too when you're reading. It's a great time to pull out questions. What was a big misconception when I would travel is people would sit down and say, okay, today we're going to write down all the questions about bullying. When I'm learning about something, all my questions don't come out at first. I might have a couple questions the first day, but then I heard your story, and I'm wondering, okay, well, I wonder, is that how all conflict should be resolved? Should we just confront it and head on, or maybe I should? So it makes me have different questions. So each day, as you're sitting down and you have personal stories, some natural questions will arise. When you're doing some of your pre-phase planning, go ahead and write down some questions you want your kids to be investigating anyway, and naturally insert that into the conversation. First and second grade, and sometimes even beginning of your third grade, I know it's a lot easier because a lot of what you say is just golden because it's really cool that we're going to do it. And I just wondered, and I can write it in there naturally. You are masters at what you do, and you're at a performing arts school. I know that you can finagle a way to get in some of your really deep, thick questions, and for even our older grades. But if you want some support with that, I'll gladly do that. Simple representations, and that can be just where you're showing what you know about, and how are we on time, by the way?
20 minutes.
Okay, good. It's where you're showing what you currently know about the topic. So if we were doing a project on, I'll go back to dogs. I've had students make, I've not given them all of them because they would take it, but like a few Post-it notes, and they might make a flip book on, how you give a dog a bath. Or they might take a 3x5 index card because it's a little bit thicker, and then cut out and create something from it. But the word simple is in front of it for a reason. It's not going to be a big, complex, final representation like we're going to do later on in project work. It shouldn't require a lot of materials. It shouldn't require a lot of your money. We also have, iPad cards, and you've got some great Macs in here, and so they can make, I'm going to show you a PowerPoint, and if they can do it really quickly within the first week or so of phase one on what they think they know about a topic, that's fine. It can be simple, but don't make it something, it doesn't have to be something really, really big yet, because we want to make sure that their knowledge is accurate. And then the student web also is in phase one, and that's what comes out from the personal stories and from the memory drawings and from your simple representations, because you're going to have kids talk to you about their simple representations. You're also going to have them write a little bit about it. I always use the excuse with my class was, they might say, my principal is going to be coming in later, and you're not going to be here after school, and I can't possibly remember all 25 things that you're doing, so I need you to write a little bit about it and how it connects to the topic, because they might say, this is a picture of me and my sister, and we were playing on the playground, and that's really about, dogs, and there's a picture of a dog over there, but that's not telling me any information that they know about it. So be very specific in what you tell them to share with you. Questions right now about phase one?
Phase one, about how long?
Phase one is about a week, sometimes 2 weeks, depending on how long you're going to devote to it. I have a little bag over there. There are these blue and green project books that are really little.
I think a lot of us have.
Most of us should
people
have
copies.
these. And if you don't,
I have copies if you need to borrow mine.
you're not doing project work right now.
What?
So you're not doing project work right now?
Yeah, no, not my home. Right. You want me to do a project in my office?
Yes, I do. And the blue book is like the very beginning book about project work. These are the basic things that you need to know. It's a quick read. You don't have to sit it and read it all at once. But one of the things it has in here is a chart that kind of divvies up the amount of time you spend on project work. Kindergarten, first grade, second grade, you're going to spend about 25% of your time in phase one, 50% in phase two, where you're researching and representing, and 25% in phase three. Third grade, fourth grade, you're going to spend 20, 60, 20. Fifth, sixth grade, about 15%, 70%, and then 15%. But it's in there. That what it boils down to is either a week, sometimes 2 weeks. Timing